keep saying was. Is this war over?
I think it's close to over, yeah. I mean, I view it as very close to over. You know what? If I pulled up stakes right now, it would take them 20 years to rebuild that country. And we're not finished. We'll see what happens. I think they want to make a deal very badly.
President Trump, in my exclusive yesterday, saying that the conflict in Iran is very close to being over, raising hopes for renewed peace talks in the coming days. Now, the blockade of Iranian ports now fully implemented, and that has sent oil prices lower. U.S. forces maintaining control, and tankers have been reversing course. President Trump told me that he wrote a letter to Xi Jinping telling Xi Jinping not to send weapons to Iran and support this war. Xi Jinping wrote him a letter back saying that he denied it, that he's not sending weapons to Tehran. Meanwhile, the president signaled a potential 50% tariffs over any Iran-related arms supports. In other words, any country that is supporting Iran, sending them weapons, will face a 50% tariff on any goods they want to bring into the United States. Joining me right now is Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman. Senator, it's great to see you. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, thanks for having me.
I love seeing you, and thank you for wearing your best hoodie for me this morning. Really appreciate that. You're the best. Just joking, facetious there. But look, we are on the cusp, perhaps, of some peace here. What's your reaction to all of this?
Well, of course, I hope so, and then I do. I think overall, I was the only Democrat to support Epic Fury. I was the only Democrat that supported back in June to Midnight Hammer, and now where we're at, and I hope there is going to be peace, but I also do hope, the nuclear material and also the kinds of missiles and the technology. And I think it's been a very, very good thing to eliminate their leadership and to pulverize their military. I've been the only Democrat. I don't understand why other Democrats can't acknowledge that pulverizing the Iranian military and their capabilities, that's a good thing overall.
And I want you to articulate that to our audience, because that's why I asked President Trump. Articulate to our audience why it was important to go into Iran. Why are these issues important to you? Because you always stand alone in this, and it's courageous, and we appreciate it.
Well, what's courageous is our service members or members of the IDF. That's really courageous. But what President Trump decided to do was deal with the Iranian regime. Every single president since 1979 wanted to deal with it. And how could you turn your back and pretend that was? I mean, can you imagine? Could you imagine if Iran acquired a nuclear bomb, where they would be right now, or they were able to build the kinds of missiles that could reach Europe or the other American assets in the region for that? So that's what's necessary. That's the right side of history for me. And I'll be the only Democrat that supported it publicly, but I guarantee I'm not the only Democrat, at least privately, refused to acknowledge that, because politically it's very toxic as a Democrat. But it's the right side to stand for Israel. It's the right side to stand for the side of our military and confronting the Iranian regime. Why is that? That's a good and important thing, and so
you're right. Now, the president loves the military. Throughout our interview yesterday, he had a statue of a B-2 bomber right behind us, and he was talking so much about the military. Thank God for our military. But you're right. Democrats are planning to force votes on a war powers resolution aimed at ending U.S. military action against Iran over rising fuel prices. What are your thoughts? How are you going to vote against it? You're going to vote down?
Well, that's easy. I mean, of course, the president has at least 60 days, and we're not at the 60 days. So I'll vote again. I'll be the only Democrat voting no on that. And then also, Senator Sanders will have another resolution, blocking weapons for Israel. I will vote no. Again, this is part of the Democratic Party drift, and now they are moving that Overton window. Now it's voting against supporting Iron Dome, voting and making sure that it's okay to voting against the system that saves tens of thousands of lives. I mean, that's part of the rot, and now they are embracing more someone like Piker too. Sitting on a stage, someone absolutely is a cheerleader for Hamas. He loves Hamas. He's proud to announce that he loves Hamas.
How do you feel? Do you feel isolated with your views? Do you think that, because the Democrats usually, they all stay in the same line. They get in line.
Well, it's like, if you're going to embrace a guy that proud he loves Hamas, I mean, you're going to, like, I don't care who says that. If someone decides, oh, I love Hamas, I'm never going to, partner with them.
And how do you bet against America or hope against America? We heard that from Tom Friedman the other day on CNN. I want to play this soundbite and get your reaction. Watch this.
I really want to see Iran defeated militarily, because this regime is a terrible regime for its people in the region. The problem is, I really don't want to see Bibi Netanyahu or Donald Trump politically strengthened by this war, because they are two awful human beings. They are terrible, terrible people doing terrible things to America's standing in the world and Israel's standing in the world.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, it's the cliche, but it's like you say the quiet part aloud. I mean, this idea, like, well, it's a big win for Trump or Netanyahu. I'm not sure about, that's crazy. It's like it's effectively, it confirms what I've always, like the New York Times and some of the media effectively have turned Iran into the underdog that we could maybe. But it's like, if your hate of Trump is more than holding Iran accountable, forget Iran executed tens of thousands of its young people just a month last week.
In a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But look, Senator, the also question becomes, we're in this war in Iran and we don't have the Department of Homeland Security open. Okay, we're on 61 days. That's why the Republicans are working on a second budget reconciliation package, and that's why they want to have to fund DHS, because they can't get any Democrats to fund it. Do you have any colleagues that are going to actually say, would you say, yeah, I want to fund DHS right now?
Yeah, I mean, from what I've heard, it's just going to be slim, and it's going to be effectively bringing it back to where it was already before the whole of the shutdown. Yeah, I'll vote for that. I will never be the Democrat to defund ICE, and now also the persons that I wanted to, the kinds of the reforms, we're going to get nothing. We're going to get nothing. And we put, all of the employees through it for the second time, shutting down our government. We never got into the kind of health care, through shutting the government down the first time. And now we're not going to make any kinds of reform on ICE, because they are going to be able to pass all that through reconciliation.
John Fetterman, thank you for your leadership.
Well,
we appreciate you. Thank you for being here this morning.
All right.
Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman. We'll be right back.